What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for coming back to Cobra TV, and today we're going to be giving our hands-on review of Star Citizen, should you buy it. Star Citizen, the dream of dreams when it comes to space games. Whether you're into ship play, exploration, or doing missions that progress your character in the game, Star Citizen has exactly what you want out of a space game. I won't be going over any of the drama in this video that surrounds Star Citizen, and I may miss some things that are possible to currently do in the game, and if I do miss some things, please help people in the comment section down below. At the time of recording this video, I am just getting ready to jump into 3.7 and enjoy some first-person mining along with some other beautiful things, the procedural caves that are going to be on the planets, but I'm not a journalist. I'm just a gamer, so this won't have a professional review with certain categories and grades for those categories. It's just a hands-on review. I'm going to be giving a hands-on review of the game in its current state. And I won't be focusing on what's to come, but in future videos, this channel, along with uploading gameplay, will follow its development and continue to do podcasts and take callers focusing on this topic. So let's dive right into the topic at hand. Is it worth buying? I will give you my opinion and then give you the reasons why and explain my experience. So my opinion is it's a big yes. All right, I'm sorry. Now, a lot of people will say the opposite, saying it's not finished. Well, that's true. Saying that it's just a tech demo, not true. And that it's not even a game yet. There is only 10 hours worth of things to do in the game, only 10 hours worth of playtime. Also not true. All you need, though, to enjoy this game is to buy a package for $45. With that, you get a ship, the Mustang or the Aurora package, and you get the game along with Squadron 42 pre-order. The website can be a bit of a shock, though, seeing these ships that cost a lot of real money. But you can earn in-game money by doing missions and buy ships inside the game free of charge. Those high-priced ships with real money, they're just there to help fund this amazing game, which I've helped fund this game since 2015, but I didn't play it. I didn't really pay attention to it. I played it a long time ago on a computer that didn't really run it very well, so I kind of ignored it. And so here I was on a vacation from YouTube and a vacation from work, and I seen that I'm just bored, and I saw the RSI launcher on my desktop on this new computer that I have, and because I installed everything on it and I just never played it, so I decided, hey, let's just click this RSI launcher. Let's click it. Let's see what's going on. See if this computer can run it. And I did, and it updated. I had to sit there and let it update, and forget it. I can't do a professional review. This game is awesome. Is awesome. If you are listening to the negative drama that surrounds this game and you're not buying it with a PC in your possession that is capable of running this game, what are you waiting for? Don't listen to, make a decision yourself. It's $45. 60 other games that I'm sure you bought and didn't like cost $60 or more. And when it comes to that it's not done yet, I like to tell everybody, I think we're back in games and we don't even realize it. When we have games like, I'm going to mention games that I really love, okay? When we mention, I'm mentioning games like No Man's Sky or Elite Dangerous. Those games, I'm not saying that we're being deceived by buying a finished product for $60, and then they continue to update. We're all essentially backing games. I interview developers all the time, and I ask developers, I say, what is the most difficult thing? What's the problem in the gaming industry right now with games being released and then they get finished through updates? Why is that happening? Why aren't they just waiting until they're done, then they release them? And that developer, I haven't uploaded the video, so I don't want to call him out just yet, but he told me, he said what happens is a lot of developers, they run out of time and money. So they have to polish it up enough as possible to release a viable product, and that's a playable product. And then when they get the money from the sales, they then use that money to finish the game. Now, a lot of companies will finish the game with free updates, a lot of companies who are dishonest. I'm not going to say the names. A lot of publishers, I should say. This doesn't necessarily fall on the developers, but more so the publishers. But some games will charge you for the rest of the game in DLC format, which I think is dishonest. You know, when you want to talk about dishonesty, look at some of those publishers. But when it comes to Star Citizen, we are buying a game that is not done, and you're able to play it as it's being created, which I think is more fascinating than buying a finished product that is completely finished and you are waiting for the next one, the sequel. This game, you get in it, and right now I'm about to play 3.7, which gives you procedurally generated caves that I've seen videos on that go on forever, and they're just so beautiful, and they're massive. And some of the places you have to crawl through are really teeny tiny, and there's cliffs and there's big openings and things like that. So I haven't experienced that yet. But I tell you what, I said this in a video, if somebody told me I had to wait to play Star Citizen until it was fully finished, I'd be mad. I'd be a little upset. It's interesting getting in there and playing what's there. Now, let's go ahead and talk about whether it's a game or not. That's the big thing, right? Is it a tech demo? That's what everybody says, that Star Citizen is a tech demo. That couldn't be more wrong. Now, it has missions in the game, so there's tons of missions that you can do inside Star Citizen in the PTU. There's mercenary missions, there's delivery missions, which delivery missions may sound boring. Go here, pick up this box and drop it off on this moon. But the adventures that you have along the way are what tells your personal story. Did you get interdicted in space by pirates? Or did you get pulled over by the police and get scanned? When you landed on the planet, did you crash when you were landing? Which, I've done quite a bit of crashing while trying to land myself. But there's all these missions that you could do in the game. There's maintenance missions. There's all different kinds of missions, and more missions open up the more you start doing missions, the more types of missions. You could also create missions, create beacons and things like that, request help for combat, stuff like that. And so the gameplay is very immersive. And while doing all of this, you're going and you're seeing all these beautiful places, and you're earning money, UEC, not real money. You're earning in-game money that you can use later to go buy things like better armor, more ships, weapons, clothing. And you can buy land vehicles as well, which some of the ships are big enough that you could actually drive the land vehicle inside the ship and then take it with you. And that's really awesome. So let's get to talking about the ships as we're on the ships. Now, what's really, really amazing about Star Citizen, and when you're traveling, we'll get to traveling here in a second, the ships feel like they're a real thing, like you're really piloting something and not just getting in something and just moving a camera around. These ships feel, like they're big, bulky, or some of them that are light feel like they're really light and very maneuverable. The buttons in the cockpits, the buttons in the pilot seat, everything works. Everything is there for a reason. You could overheat during quantum drive, which you could adjust your heat to make sure that doesn't happen. And if it does happen, you got to wait for it to cool down, which leaves you vulnerable in the middle of nowhere, right? And that's one of the cool things about it, is that traveling through space is not a loading screen. You can pull out of space and just be in the middle of nowhere. And I think that's just freaking awesome, that you're really traveling this distance. It's not a loading screen or anything like that. And who knows what could happen to you in the middle of nowhere. I remember getting pulled out of space. No, I didn't get pulled out of space. My quantum drive overheated. So when I stalled, I was in the middle of space, and then right there in the middle of space, there were these asteroids just looming right there, and I thought that was really cool. There are space stations everywhere that you could visit. You have to refuel your quantum fuel, your regular fuel, and repair your ship. Your ship will get dirty over time, and like I got a white 300i, and on that 300i, like the top of it, when you're coming through the Atmo, will get kind of burnt and stuff like that. And I think that's a really, really cool touch, because it really would. So the ships are absolutely amazing. The ships are a game all by themselves, really. I've never seen ships done this well before in any space game. And so the biggest quality to me, though, even though, like, I want to keep stressing throughout this, because people might not finish the entire video, this is a game. Okay, you can play this game, you could earn money. We'll give the negative. I'll talk about the negatives here at the end of the video. There are negatives to Star Citizen, and I'll tell you what they are. But it is a game. You could play it. You could earn in-game money. You could buy all this stuff. You can, you know, when you don't want to do missions, like what you see me doing in the video right now, or not right now, but in the last couple videos I've uploaded, I'm being a tourist, right? I should be doing missions, because I am running low on money, and in-game money. I think it's funny that I have to keep stressing that with Star Citizen, because when people think of Star Citizen, they automatically think of real money. Like, it's not done, you want me to pay $1,000 for a ship. So I keep stressing in-game money, just because of that fact alone. But I should be earning in-game money so I can buy certain things. And when you're being a tourist and you're walking around ArcCorp, one of the things that I'm doing here recently is get out of your spacesuit, put on some civilian clothes, get all jazzy, go to the bar and have a drink, meet up with your friends. Yes, you could go to the bar. Yes, you could have a drink. No, it doesn't get you drunk. But it's fun to sit there and have a drink. You ought to see the way my wife looks at me when I play this game. She laughs at me and stuff like that. Half of what you see, you don't even. I'm gonna make a dramatization of what goes through my mind in the next couple videos I'm uploading. How I play inside my mind. But yeah, you can go to drink at a bar. You can meet a bunch of your friends. Like, oh, there's nothing to interact with if you drink at the bar. So what? Well, you can meet a bunch of your friends. So you guys can go and get into the bar, have a couple drinks, show off your clothes, what somebody's wearing, and your friends can meet you at the bar. And then all of a sudden, there you are in Discord having a party inside Star Citizen, and just getting together and having fun, right? Meeting people all across the world. Maybe one of your friends is in UK and you live in America, and here you are sitting at a bar in space, inside Star Citizen, and having a good time with each other. And then you go and you start showing off your ships to each other, and then you maybe get into a mission. What comes in 3.7 is mission sharing. So that means that when you do these missions, you could actually share the money. You can share the roles in the mission. You also share the money that you earn. So this is kind of like heists, almost, in Grand Theft Auto 5. The biggest quality, the biggest quality to me for this game, and now people will probably disagree with me on this one, because I've seen different opinions even from fans of Star Citizen, is the distance. The distance and time travel, like time of traveling, is the biggest quality to me. There's something special about getting into quantum drive and then getting out of your pilot seat, going over to your bed and laying down in your bed, or sitting down in a passenger seat while your ship is traveling through space using the onboard computer, knowing where it's supposed to go, going from Port Olisar to Hurston, or from Port Olisar to ArcCorp, and it's just traveling along, and you do not have to fly it at that point. And the distance that you're waiting for, like sometimes anywhere between 6 minutes to over 10 minutes, that to me is amazing, because once you finally get there and you land on some world, some moon or somewhere, and not only is the architecture, there's a big architectural change, but there's also a feeling of being far away, that if somebody told you, hey, I need you to come back to Port Olisar, you would literally feel, oh my gosh, that's so far. It's going to take me a long time to get there, but okay, you're going to be waiting for a while. That is the biggest quality to me in Star Citizen. And I kind of wish, and here's where people probably get upset with me, I kind of wish some of the distances were longer. I wish sometimes the train rides on Hurston were a bit longer. I love the the consequence of distance. It makes the games immersive. It's one of the most immersive games I've ever played in my life. And this game, I think, make the time of traveling makes it even more immersive. But I've had the time of my life playing this game. This is just a hands-on review. I went to all the moons of Hurston, and each and every one of them felt like a different moon with their own characteristics, their own dangers, their own pitfalls, their own just geological formations. And that's another thing. These planets do not repeat a pattern. They are different everywhere around the planets, everywhere around the moon. You cannot notice any pattern. So another form of exploration, exploration, what is it? What is exploration? Is it finding creatures, which will be added into the game, by the way? But is it finding creatures, or is it wandering around, like just looking for different landscapes? Is there a big canyon over top of that hill? What's over top of that hill? Well, you might find a big giant rock that accidentally formed a cave, or you might find just a geological formation that is picturesque. It's different everywhere, and that's not me playing the game. That is me exploring, right? The game has many different things that you can do in it. You can decide to play the missions and get rich, or you can decide to not do missions. I'm taking a vacation, and while I'm on vacation, I'm going to go to the moon Ida, and I'm going to walk around it because I think it's beautiful. I'm going to spend about 8 hours on Ida. I'm going to fly around it. I'm going to try and get in its orbit. I'm going to go land. I'm going to go walk around. That is the beauty of Star Citizen, the ability to choose what you want to do. So the quality to me is the distance that we travel, and the consequence of some of that distance. You wander too far away from your ship on Ida, well, you have to walk all the way back to it. You can't call your ship to you. You can't. The longer you walk away, the longer you walk back. Unless you got a friend that's in the area, or your friend comes, picks you up, and drops you back off at your ship. Now, here lately, I've been sitting here thinking about, well, I want a gray cat. Okay, I don't want the dragonfly so much. I prefer the gray cat just because of my play style, because of my personality. When I go on these moons, I want to feel like I'm in a moon buggy, right? It's just me. I think the dragonflies are cool, but I want one of the gray cats, or maybe one of the other four-wheelers, right? So that is what I'm thinking about contemplating on doing next. Now, I'm going to use this opportunity to get the gray cat or the different four-wheeler and help back this amazing game. I'm not going to purchase it in-game, and there's two different reasons why I'm not going to purchase it in-game. I'm also getting a new ship. I'm going to get the Cutlass Black, because you could put the gray cat inside the Cutlass Black. Now, I'm going to be getting... there's two reasons why I'm going to use real money to back the game rather than using in-game cash to buy it. Now, here's where I'm going to get into the negative of Star Citizen. The negative of Star Citizen is that the servers wipe. Well, if you play Rust, they wipe their servers as well, right? So this is not something that's uncommon in games that are in development. So one of the bad things about Star Citizen is that when you play your missions, you get all this money, you buy all these ships in game, the servers wipe, and then when the servers do wipe, then you're all of a sudden you're back at Port Olisar, and your noob clothes, and if you ever purchase ships from the store with real cash, you keep those. Those don't go away. You keep those. But anything you bought with UEC, in-game cash, that goes away. Now, they are working on, right now, I was watching one of their last few streams that they did. They are working on trying to make it to where you keep what you own when you buy with in-game cash. They're working on that. So that is coming. They're going to tackle that. So that is possibly coming to an end. Entire wipes of your character, other than ships that you bought with real money. So that is another reason why I'm probably going to buy the Cutlass Black and the Gray Cat with cash. Another reason why I'm going to buy the Cutlass Black and the Gray Cat with cash is because I want to help fund this game, right? And the reason why I want to help fund this game is because if you get inside this and you play and you see the quality, not only do you see, when you see the quality, not only do you see why it's taking so long, but you can also see the love and the passion that is being poured into this game. And then you realize to yourself one thing. You realize that this is possible because of people backing the project from very early on and people continuing to back this project. That is why there's so much quality in this game that you don't find in many other games. It's people like you, like backers, have made this game possible. All right, so you guys are legends for funding this game. Now, I used to be against crowdfunding, and I'm not going to go into why right now. But after playing Star Citizen and after seeing how crowdfunding affects a video game of this magnitude, you know, I'm totally all in for definitely supporting crowdfunded games. Now, here's the flip side to that. The reason why, if we don't help crowdfund people like Chris Roberts, then what happens is we leave the publishers, like, I don't want to name any names, but you know who I'm talking about, right? We leave them in charge of the industry. And do you want that? Do you want only these big AAA publishers controlling the industry, making these games these cookie cutter default battle royale turnaround shooters that just don't seem to change? They only do what's careful. You know, I heard one of the presidents or CEOs to one of these companies a few years back say, we only go ahead with games that we know are franchisable. Which is, okay, that's fine. Let them do that, right? That's cool. I'm not against that. But the point here is, if we don't help crowdfund some of these ambitious projects that are not using publishers, these AAA publishers, then we leave the entire industry to these AAA publishers. And I don't like the idea of that at all. I don't know if that's a bad thing to say, but I really feel like crowdfunding somebody like Chris Roberts is the right thing to do. So that is another reason why I'm going to be using real cash to get my my Cutlass Black and my Gray Cat. If you guys have a better four-wheeler than the Gray Cat, let me know. But I like the Gray Cat. It reminds me of a moon buggy. And I don't want something stylish, something fast. Just want something, you guys know me, you see me playing. I just want to stroll around, and look at these amazing things. But to end this, and there's bugs. Let's talk about the bugs that are in the game. The T-posing from some of the NPCs and stuff like that. There's bugs that you come across in the game. Sometimes the bugs can be a little annoying. But at the end of the day, I never walk away from the game saying, oh, I couldn't do anything. There's too many bugs. I couldn't enjoy it. I didn't feel immersed because there's too many bugs. I've never said those words. The bugs do not take away. I'm sure there's been times. Don't let me downplay some of you players out there who have dealt with horrible bugs, right? I know you guys have. But so far, I've maybe put in 30, 40 hours into the game, maybe. And I have not, in that time, found any bugs that stopped me from enjoying the game and getting dry mouth. Yes, I get dry mouth from Star Citizen because my jaw is always dropped. And I'm like, you know, I think when my wife first seen me playing Star Citizen from across the room, she probably thought I was looking at adult videos. Yeah, it's amazing. I highly suggest getting this game. I will put my name on it, right? I will put my name and reputation on this game and how amazing it is and how awesome it is in its current state. Let's not forget that also it comes with two other game modes that are really interesting. One's Arena Commander and one is Star Marine. Star Marine is it's like a first-person shooter experience. And the Arena Commander is racing with your starship and also getting into battles with your starship. It's all centered around anything that you could do with your ship. And they're like these game modes, right? So what they are, I believe, if I'm not wrong, they created those so that way they can polish out the first-person shooting aspect of the game. And I think the ship thing was to polish up the ship play of the game. But I think what their long goal for these two modes is that they're going to be part of the PTU by accessing it like a holodeck. So long trips on your ship, right? If you have, say you've got a long trip that you're trying to make, maybe you can get inside, maybe you get a holodeck and what's called electronic access. But I like to call it a holodeck because that's exactly what it is. You're going inside and the simulation and you're having first-person shooter battles or ship battles or things like that. It's not real. It's like the holodeck, like from Star Trek. So I think that's really cool. But with the $45, you get those as well. You can play that stuff as well. Highly suggested that you get this game if your PC can run it. Look on their website. They tell you what the minimum specifications are. I believe when we were doing one of our last shows, it talked about how we talked about how you could purchase a computer for $900. That will just get you by, so that way you can play this awesome game. And there's also something out there called Shadow. People use Shadow. They can play it on a potato. You don't have to have a good computer. Now I'm no way endorsing Shadow because I don't know what it's like. I haven't played it. I haven't used Shadow. It's a monthly subscription to where you can play amazing games and use the cloud's computer as your computer. And yes, you can run Star Citizen on it, even if you don't have a computer good enough for Star Citizen. But I don't know how the delays are. I don't know how well it works. I just know that there are people out there that do use it. So if you belong to any gaming communities, maybe ask in the comment section down below and somebody else can chime in and help you decide if Shadow is good. Maybe look up some reviews, some YouTube videos, something like that, and see if it's an option for you. But I do put my name behind this game 100%. 100%. So that's it. That's my review. To recap, is it a game? Yes. Is it worth buying? Yes. Is it worth backing? That's up to you to decide, right? That's up. In my own opinion, I'm gonna back this game. I've already backed it, right? I've already backed it. Bought the $45. I upgraded my ship to a 300i for an extra $20. And then I'm going to buy a Cutlass, and I'm also going to buy a Grey Cat. And I might even kick around the idea of becoming a subscriber. Haven't decided yet, but I'm still milling that over in my head. So, yes, 100% worth it. Okay? Now, this might not have been a full review thing of the game, but this is how I feel. This is a hands-on review. I'm not getting paid by CIG. This channel is fully fan-funded. Like fan-backed, like from just the people who come by and comment, by Patreon members, and by just you guys, people who donate to the live stream. So no money's coming from CIG. If I was getting money from CIG, I'd have to tell you. I don't have a referral code. I do have a referral code, but I'm not using it. And there is a big reason why. I know it helps out new players because you get 5,000 extra UEC when you use somebody's referral code. But I'm doing it right now without a referral code, introducing this game to the Cobra TV audience and trying to introduce it to people who are unsuspected, or maybe on the fence about buying, undecided, on the fence about buying Star Citizen. I'm trying to make this as clear as possible that this is a good game without people having, being able to say, oh, you're a shill, look, you got a referral code. So I am going to be using my referral code here very soon because it helps you, right? And I don't think people who use it get real money. They just get, I don't know, they get stuff credit that they could buy inside the store or whatever. I don't know. But right now, for this very second, I don't have I'm not using a referral code. I'm suggesting that people purchase this game just for the simple fact that you're missing out if you haven't. That's it. That's where I put my stamp of approval, my rating on this game. It's not a rating, but the rating is I highly suggest you play it if you can. If you got a PC that can play it, that's the rating. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I know I didn't mention everything. I didn't mention the mining and stuff like that you could do in 3.7. There's a lot of stuff that I breezed over just so I could have a nice, concise video saying this game is awesome. So reach out to the community, Star Citizen community, ask questions. I'm learning a lot, and definitely reach out to in the comment section down below. I'm sure somebody will help you out with any questions that you have if I can't. So that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time.